Well, we just got home from another great adventure. We had a great day today. We found a lot of stuff. So hang in there until the end because it only gets better and better. Welcome back to another episode of Clegg's Adventures. We're going down to the river today and we're going to try a place out that's NBS. It's never been sifted. So we're going to try out the new sifter. I know y'all been waiting on that. Check out the building of the sifter in the last video and go back and check out a few of my other videos, my latest ones. We had some amazing finds and we had a lot of fun doing it. And make sure you hit that subscribe button because our next few videos, we got something special in mind. You ain't going to want to miss that. It's going to be epic. So let's get started. See what we can pull out of the river. Okay, today we're going to try to do something a little different here. We're going to get us some artifacts, hopefully, but we're going to have fun doing it. Today, we're playing Honey Hole Bingo. And we got everything on here that we normally find in there. You know, preform, nice point, blades, 22 bullet, hammer stone, and the middle one, free, campfire stone. We found a million of those. Okay, we're down here where we found that really nice drill. I don't know what the video's called, but it came out of this area right here. What we're doing today, we're gonna sift over in here. I've never gotten in this spot under the water. The water's low today, so I'm able to get out here. I mean, you can even see, I can walk out. There's no mud, the mud's almost gone. It's in certain places, but you just have to deal with it down here. There's a lot of shoveling because the stuff's 1.5 feet thick under the sand. So, what I think is happening here, just let me give you a little example. Hold on. You can see up the beach here how far back this bank has collapsed over the years. And it's high. That's probably, I mean, from the water level, it's at least 20 foot high on the bank. And there's sand that has fallen out and it has stepped off like this. So there's lips there. And this is all sand. You can see in here, that's all sand. And there's no way you could sift all that. You'd take, it'd take you a week to get that in the sifter, drag it down there and sift it out. So today, we're going to be sifting in the water. But what I think's happening, this stuff, this is what happens here. This stuff falls down, and when this floods up, it works its way like a slurry, and the heavy stuff falls down, and we got these obstacles, and it's sloped right here this way, and then the current is always going to be pulling hard this way when the water's up. So it has nowhere to go but around that bush, and everything that fell out from under that tree over there has just gone down this way, and you got to go on this side of the bush. Now, you may find something stray out in the middle, which I have plenty of times, but normally if it falls out in a certain area where you got places that are way back in the bank, it goes this way down the river, and there's another lip right over here. So everything is, it can't get up over that lip. So everything, if my calculations are correct, is channeled right down into here. And we got all these trees here. There's no way we can get them out unless you had a chainsaw, but I ain't about all that. You still have to have a winch to pull them out of here. So let's get the new sifter started. We're gonna get right down here in the water, try to dig up under this log a little bit because I'm sure there's stuff trapped. That log is buried down into the base right there in the middle. We might even try to get back in there. I doubt we're going to be able to get back in there. If we could throw that log right there out, but that stuff's so tangled in here, we're just not going to waste time on that. Let's get the sifter going. We're going to get down in here. We'll see what we find. I'll get back with you on my first find. We got something. I went over under that log. There was a fire pit and a half coming out of there, but all I was finding was flakes and campfire stones. And there's what's holding me up, there's an old tree stump, and it's right here with all those remnants of the tree sticking up, and you just can't get down. We need a suction dredge, pull that stuff out of here. Looky here, tell me if you see this. Wait, there's something right there. I may have been able to use that. That's a little preformish. Looks like it's been worked, but there's a better one right here. Right there. Oh, it's a nice one too. Nice little preform. Right there you can see the cortex of the stone. I'm not sure what kind of flint that is. Is that Carter Cave flint? I'm not too familiar with Carter Cave flint. Might just be a local chert, but that's our preform. Right there, I think that's on the bingo board. Under the bead, nice preform. That's one. Let's get back at it. I'm gonna work a little higher up the bank, plus in the water, and just keep working my way this way. See if we can find anything else. This new sifter is working great, man. It's like these side ports, I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier, instead of having to slurry everything over the top. This thing is so fast, and with these little waves, you can't fill it up. You have to tell yourself to stop. I'm getting too much stone in the screen. And then you have to sit there and throw all the larger stuff out. Waste a lot of time like that. Let's get back at it. I'm gonna work right across here out in the water and just keep coming this way. Right after I filled that preform square out, I'm walking down through here, and look at here. Look here. Old fishing lure. And I forgot to put that on the bingo board. As many fishing lures as I find, I forgot to put that on the bingo board. We'd have had another one. Oh, you ain't gonna believe this one. I put on the bingo board 22 bullet because, you know, I'm always finding those down here. Just 22 casings, you know. Even the bullet part, the lead part. But look what I got in the screen. You can't miss it. It's as white as can be. I'll scan it over. You tell me if you see it in here. It's just there. Check this out. That's a musket, and I don't know what they call these, mini balls, I think. That's Civil War area for sure. Civil War era for sure. Now, since we had 22 bullet, we're gonna have to go to the judges on this to see what they say. What do you say, judges? All right, we got our bullet. Under the G, bullet. Not 22, but a lot better. There's something like a shirt or something. I find 100 shirts and pants down in here. Right there it is. Oh man, pull it up. Oh, not a shirt. It's Barney. We got something else. We got something else. And it's just shining, you can't miss it. Here's flakes all through here. Is that a flake? No. Can you see it? It's just here. It's got a broken base. Base is gone off of it. It's pretty well made. Not the best point. It's Brush Creek chert. I can see some orange spotting in there. Base is gone. We'll take that. We're on the board with the point. Broke, but a point. I'm just jumping around here and there where I think things would be accumulated, and I'm hitting a lot of stuff here, and then I'm going to go around this tire, because this stuff will catch a lot also, these old tires and things laying on the beach. Under the G, broken point. That's 3 things. Oh, sounds good right in there. I moved that tire out of there. Okay, I moved that old tire out. There was a lot of stuff, but I don't think the tire was holding some stuff, but not a lot. Around the bottom side, I guess the low pressure side, it was kind of gathered. But I was starting to work above it, and it seems like there's this more and more stuff trapped around this side of this bush right here. And this is one place I have not checked since the high waters. Well, there's another place, but I'm not going to say where that's at until I come down here again. Or if it doesn't start raining after a while, we might get to it. But I got something in the screen. Something in the screen. Actually, I got 2 things in here that are on the bingo board. Okay, I'm gonna scan this over. You're probably not gonna see one because it's invisible, but you might see the other one. Tell me when you see it. It's just here. Look at this wicked looking thing. Holy smokes. What would you do with that? I mean, it's not broken. It's worked all around like that. There's a piece of the cortex of the stone right there on the bottom. I thought that was a chip gone, but it's not. And it's worked like that. I'm assuming, you know, thousands of years ago that this was a lot sharper, and it's got the sharp edges gotten chipped away. Probably used as a knife, but we're going to call that our crude point. We're going to have to call that our crude point, so we can get that X. We're trying to get that bingo, But right here's the invisible one. You may be able to see it. The marble. Well, not a round marble, it's one of them flat ones. It's clear. In the same screen. Under the O, crude point. All we need now is a modern coin. I'm gonna call modern coin anywhere from 1960 and newer. We'll call that our modern coin. And our marble, now it's not a round marble. We're gonna have to go to the judges on this. What do you say, judges? Oh. So let's get back at the shoveling. We're on a good spot. Here's something comical. There was a little kid, a little boy, up on that bank behind them trees. And he was cussing me. But he was doing it under his breath. Because he didn't want me to hear him. Either that or his parents were close and he didn't want them to hear it. He said, "I told you to quit throwing them damn rocks in that water. You mother effer, making all that noise down there." But he's saying it real quiet, like, because he didn't want me to hear him, but he didn't know I could hear him. Oh my God. He couldn't have been more than 8 years old. Had to grab my camera. We got a nice one in here, a nice little point. Actually, we've got 2 things in the same screen. Oh, step in my hole. I started back there, and I'm still working this. I've come all the way from those trees down there, all the way out as far as I could in the water. I'm working my way back. It's deep. That stuff is deep down in there. Takes some time, but check this one out. I'm gonna scan over it. First of all, I'll go with you. I'm finding a lot of these shells in here. It may be a shell dump. Now, I don't know. Does anybody know if that's a type of shell that would come out of a shell dump? I mean, it's fairly good condition. It's kind of flaking off a little bit. I don't know if that's old, ancient, or what, but I'm finding a lot of those shells in here. And here's the first thing. There's our piece of pottery. That's a nice little shard. It's real thin, that one. Very thin. That's our pottery shard. Under the O. Pottery shard. Tell me if you see this point. It's just here. Oh, it's a nice little point. Let me get some sun on it. It's like a dark grayish green. Well, I guess it's more, yeah, it's a really dark grayish green. It gets grayer around the base, and it has this red inclusion in it. That is cool. Nice little point. Nice little point. I'm not sure what you would call that. It looks like it's been sharpened a few times. But it's well made, and it's all there. That's going to have to be our average point. We don't have one that says nice point, so we got great point. That's going to be our average point. Under the O, average point. You ain't going to believe this. Right after I set that, whoa, watch my hole. I got a pit. There's a pit dug right there. That's one thing, sifting underwater. You got to watch. You don't step back in your hole. Water go clear up over your boot. You are not going to believe this. Right here where I was sifting, I'm going to start going across this more and try to get more of this out till I don't feel anything, because I'm still feeling stone and stuff right in this area. What's going on? This, if you rinse this clay or this sand all the way down to the clay, what you get here, like I did over here, I came over here, I found stone, but I wasn't finding anything. That's not to say there's not something right there. We haven't hit that yet. But what's happening is, you can see I got this rinsed with the bucket down to the clay layer here. What happens on this beach, the clay goes a little bit and then it drops down about 6 or 8 inches. Then it goes a little bit more. It seems like every 10 feet it does that. And all the stone seems to be right under that lip, like there's a little eddy and it's keeping it back in there. Now, some of it does trickle off. A lot of it does, because over the years it's put stuff down in this water. There's so much stone in this water deep down that it's hard to get out of there. I wish most of this, I thought there was mud was all gone, but it's still down in here. But look at this. Right after I put that average point on the board, I came back down, and the boat's been going by here. There must have been a bass tournament today, because there's a lot of bass boats going by, zipping, and the waves were splashing this up. And look at this. Exactly how I saw it right here. I didn't get it with a shovel, but the boats got it. I couldn't get up farther in here because there was roots. I need to, when I'm all done, there's not enough slant to this beach right here to really rinse, though, because when you dump water on it, it just settles right there at the water level, which is right here. But look at this. I haven't touched it yet, but I can read the outer lip of it, and it says, I know that says $quarter. It's RTDOL I can see on it. And I can see let's pull it, heck. Can't read it right. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's shiny as can be too. I knew it wasn't a clad coin. Not like that. It's terribly worn, but surely the sand didn't wear it down that much, but the sand surely has it shined up. It may have worn it off. It's a standing Liberty. Either it got worn down in this sand or somebody's carried that for a long time. The date is completely gone on it. But I know these coins, I think they were made from 1916 to around late 20s or 1930s. But no telling what that was. Man, it's a nice coin, but it's in bad shape. I mean, I like to find it. It's nice to find, but in that kind of shape. But I'll take it. I mean, still, it's a cool find. Really cool find. I need to bring the metal detector down. There's one place, I'm not saying, but around here that I found about 3 silver dimes. So I'm going to come down here with a metal detector sometime. Awesome find. Awesome find. We'll put that right there with our finds today. We're finding all kinds. We're having a good day. Good day. We got our silver coin. I never thought we'd ever get that. I wouldn't even have put that on there if I hadn't have found those dimes. Those silver dimes. Under the G. Silver coin. No date, but still a good find. We got another one. We got another one. Man, we're having a great day. And look at this. Look at this. Another preform. It's really rough material. It looks like they just knocked the end off of a flint stone and worked it. It's worked all around this side. It's flat on the back. Might have just been a little scraping tool, but wow, they were hard up when they made something out of that. It's definitely worked all the way around. That's not bad. There's a lot of flints in these screens. But look at this. There's flint. More flint in there. You cannot miss this one. Oh, it looks nice. I haven't touched it yet. Tell me if you see it. It's just here. Oh, it's nice. Put this flint in my pocket. Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought that was a chip in it, but that's the outer part of the stone, the cortex right there. Not sure what type of point that is. But it's nice, and it's all there. That's a local chert. I've seen flint flakes like this, but I don't find too many points this yellow color. Another nice one. Man, we should have made more squares with points on them. But that's all right. That's all right. This is not going to get another square filled off. But wow, we're having a great day. Look at all the stuff. Having a great day. Great day. Let's keep at it. We're going to get something else out of there. I'm almost positive now. And then you won't find nothing for the rest of the day. So don't jinx myself. Knock on wood. We're having an epic day. We got another twofer. Another twofer. Look at this. Here's the first one. And this is going to put us on another bingo square. Right there. It's broken. But it's got 2 nice facets on it. That side and this side. Too bad it has that busted place out of it. And you can see, I don't know if you can see those. Let me try to get some sun on this. Can you see those abrasion marks where they've rubbed that? I'll try to take some magnified pictures just so you know what I mean. But all these hematite stones, you can see the abrasion marks where they've rubbed it. It's not the greatest one. I found some really nice ones in here, but worked pieces of hematite, at least 150 in this 200-yard stretch of beach here. Bunches of them. But here's something. Look at this. And I never hardly ever find these. I got it right out here in the water. I'm finding everything mostly in the water. I'm finding flakes up there, but most of the stuff is down here deep under this water and under the mud and sand. But look at this. It's not the greatest one, but I never find these. Hardly ever. It's a little blunt. Little halfster. Look at that. Cool. It's got a little ear nick off of that side. Not even the best material, but I'll take it. We're having a good day. Dang, I should have put more types of points on the board. What's that? Leaf. That'll fool you every time, the leaves. Man, that's good. Little blunted down point. Look at all this stuff. Under the N, worked hematite. I can't believe this stuff. I'm working up in here. It's deep down under there, but those floods have got all this stuff just jammed up against this tree here, and it's pretty high. It goes up about maybe 3 feet. So all that stuff that came off the bank has washed, and the flood just jammed it all up in here. It concentrates everywhere. I hope you can hear me for these waves. So I'm going up in here. I moved all this sticks and everything, and I'm still hitting it up in here. There's a big root ball there. I'm gonna try to get that out. If not, I'm gonna try to get as much as I can and then rinse it with a bucket. But look at this. And word to the wise, I messed up there a few minutes ago. I was throwing these large rocks like this out of the screen, and there was one that was about this big around, a kind of square. And as I picked it up to throw it, my thumb, I felt a huge cupped out smooth place in the bottom, and I tried to grab it and I let go, and it went right in there where it drops down. I tried to get the shovel and feel for it because the water's too murky and I couldn't see it. If I'd have had a garden rake, I could have got it out of there. I know about where it's at. If I had a long tooth garden rake, I think I might be able to get it unless it slides on down. So when you're throwing this large stones out of the screen, make sure you check them, as I might have just messed up and lost a really nice nutting stone or a little mortar. It's about make me sick. Look at this. I'm pulling out flint. Look at the size of these flints in here. I mean, just, there's a little one. And a good thing, I haven't seen any small triangles that would have gone through the other screen, but you never know. You never know. You check all these. Here is another, let me put this flint in my pocket, another worked hematite stone. And this one, I'll put pictures of this one. It's kind of different. It has the scratches, and it's had something drugged through it. Like maybe they were rubbing it on a piece of string or something like that. And I found a few others like this that looked like they were rubbed on something sharp, or something like a string or something sharp. And on the back, it's got a couple of them right up through here. I'll try to get good pictures of this so you can see that. And then it's faceted right there also. Pulled so many of these things out of here. But look at this. It's broken. It's broken. But it's the bottom half of a little square blade made out of that green flint. Oh, that would have been killer too. It's even got basal thinning strikes on the bottom. I'm assuming it would have been maybe twice that long. Hard to tell if it came to a point or if it was squared off the top. It was probably come to a point, like that one we found in the creek that time. Man, I'd like to find the other half of that. I don't know if we have broken blade on the bingo board. Well, we don't have broken blade on the bingo board. So, but maybe that was a point. Maybe it was sharpened to a point on the top. I don't know. We got a nice blade on here. That would have been nice. but we got point base right there. I don't know. We're gonna have to go to the judges on this one. What do you say, judges? All right. So, under the end, point base. No bingo yet. And the funny thing is, the stuff I put on there that I thought was gonna be easy to find, we haven't found it, like the McDonald's straw. The last time I was in here, I bet I pulled 10 or 12 McDonald's straws out there. So I put it on there, and now today I don't find any. I was able to pull that tangled mess of root out of there. It had a barge rope tangled in it. You can see it was all tangled around, and I think it caught a bunch of stuff in here. There's still more concentrates right here. I mean, it's just loaded up. There's a fire pit and a half coming out of here. I mean, you can just hear the stone in the shovel. We'll keep going up through here and we'll work our way across until we start running out of it. Because usually you find one good spot with it really concentrated, and then keep working, you kind of run out of it, then you don't find anything else. Just in certain spots. Look at this. I'm still shoveling right up in here. It was only like 4 or 5 shovels later. It's a hard stone too, and it's a nutting stone. It was right on the end of my shovel when I picked it up. I could see the divot in it. Oh, it's deep too. Check it out. Usually I find these hard stone ones, there's a little tiny bit of pecking on the back. But usually I find these hard stone ones, and there's just, they couldn't get down in it deep and just pecked it a little bit, which I don't even know why they did that. Because some of them, like this one, it's not a hammerstone. Now, some of them I find that are pecked, these hard stones that are pecked a little bit on both sides, they'll be pecked around the outside too, beat up like a hammerstone. This one is not. That's a nice little one. It's kind of got an oval hole, but it's not natural. It's not a natural chip out of there because I can see all the pecking around it. Very nice one. Very nice one. I would have been skeptical on that had I not seen how the hole was pecked. But when I turned it over and saw that little bit of pecking on the outside, that kind of confirmed it. That's going to put us on the board again, on the bingo board. Look at all the stuff we're finding. And that will be our nutting stone, hard stone. Oh, if we find the 1 cup nutting stone, we'll have a bingo. Under the eye, hard stone nutter. I want to give you a little shot of what the screens look like before I start throwing stuff out of them. I mean, you're getting mud like this in there, but you can't help it because right there I'm shoveling, there's roots. So once I get as much as I can out there, I'm gonna have to switch to the bucket and try to rinse that stuff out that's up against the tree there. But this is how much stuff is just loaded in here. I haven't got this screen down yet, so you never know what's under here because, I mean, huge pieces of flint. Oh, that fooled me. Huge pieces of flint, and I can see little ones down in here. Let's get this screen down. See if there's anything in here. You ain't gonna believe this. Look in this screen. This is the same screen when I said I'll get back if I find anything in this after I get a screen down. Check this out. There is two points in this screen. Not the greatest. One of them's really crude, but one of them's is really small and made out of some really cool material. I'll scan this over and you tell me. I'll pick up the crude one first. You tell me if you see this. These 2 points. First one's just here, and it's about the crudest point I ever saw. Very crude. It's not broken though. Maybe it was just a quick little knife that just got sharpened down to nothing. It's got those real long notches in it. This side doesn't have much, but it's not broken. You can see the basal thinning strikes there. Again, just a crude point, but a point's a point. I'll take it. You know, a native had that and made that. There's a story behind every one of these. But look at this one. Can you see that one? It might be a little bifurcated point. Look at this. They have used that down to the nub. It's Flint Ridge, I think. I can see like orange and pink in it. I'll have to take a picture of this so you can see the swirls and everything. It's brown here, and it's got pink and a little bit of white, and then cream on the top. So many colors in that one little tiny piece. But it's all there. It's just been used up to nothing. What would you do with something that small? It couldn't be used for anything but maybe cutting twine or something. Awesome day. Awesome day. I'm gonna start working this way a little bit, but it seemed like most of the stuff is just jammed up against there, like I said. If I start getting out of it, I'm gonna get the bucket and I'm gonna come up here and try to rinse some of this sand away. But it's going to be rough because the water being up this high, the sand's going to want to build up right here where it is. You can see it building back up there. I already have this all down to base clay, and it's all washing back in now. And as soon as the water comes up another foot or so, all this sand will be just covered back over again. You won't even be able to tell where you've been. Man, we're having an amazing day. Awesome. Check this out. Right here. I can tell you what that is. And we got a bingo square for this. Oh man. It's a nice one too. Oh, check this marble out. Oh, it's got one crack in it. Like an impact crack. I don't know what you call those. It's like a clear amber. Maybe like a real light amber, and it's got white swirls all around in it. Very cool. It's a nice one if it didn't have that crack right there, but still, marble's a marble. Under the B, marble. Okay, our little honey hole at the honey hole's drying up on us. The farther I go that way and the farther I go up, I'm not even finding any flakes, or not even a campfire stone actually. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the bucket and I'm going to rinse slowly, start here and work my way up. Now I have to dig a little trench right through here for the water or the sand to get away, or it's just going to pile up right there and start stacking up on us. But I'll get the bucket and we'll start rinsing. If I get something else, I'll get back with you. Well, I forgot. We didn't bring the bucket. So I'm gonna dig a little hole here, try to get some water in it, and we'll just throw it up there with the shovel because there's not much sand there. See what we can get. Good news. We were able to go up the beach and scavenge up a bucket. So I'm gonna splash water up on here. I threw a few, it's working good. It's working very well. So we'll do this and I'll let you know if I find anything. Look at this, here's something flint. Haven't grabbed it yet. Must have washed out right here. There's a lot of roots here to hold stuff. Wait a minute. It's a flint core. It's a flint core. You can see right there's the cortex of the stone. And they were knocking spalls down off of this. Now, what could you make? They've used this up completely to the max. Probably couldn't even hold on to it anymore. But I don't know what you would make out of a little spall like that. Maybe a little bladelet or something. But that's it. And I'm pretty sure we have a flint core bingo square. Under the N, Flint core. Check this out. And I didn't even notice this. I just thought it was a piece of busted up campfire stone. You can see it's all red, and this stuff's all red and black where it's been in a fire. But it's just shards. I've found whole ones, but this is just a shard. And that's what I thought it was. Until I walked by this angle and I see a divot in it. It's a nutting stone. Well, a fragment of one. Just a fragment of one, and then there's another half hole right here. And I believe we got a bingo square for that. We're gonna have to go to the judges on this one since it's so busted up. What do you say, judges? All right. Under the G, nutting stone, 1 cup. Okay, I just about got this rinsed out, and you can see how this was under where I was trying to shovel, and these roots, there's a big ball of roots right there like a bush, and you can't get through it, but it doesn't matter. It's grown down into the clay. But we throw in the buckets and we might get something. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. We got something flinty right here. I didn't even see it. It's a preform. It's a preform. And it's a broken preform. Man, it's got several colors in it. Very nice colors in this. Gray, cream, and tan. And there's a chunk out of it going right there. Under the O. Broken preform. If we get that McDonald's straw. Haven't found one of those today. We could have us a bingo. Okay, we got something jammed in here. It looks like a point. We rinsed all this sand out. We even came up here and rinsed that off. And it just turns to dirt right there. But we got something sticking in a root. It's jammed back. Well, it's not jammed. It's caught in this little root. Because it looks like a point. Maybe a triangle. I haven't touched it yet. You can see that. I'm gonna pick it up. Oh, wait a minute. This might be a bingo though. It's a broken tip. Oh, it's worked nice. That would have been something huge. Okay, back to the bingo board. Let's check it. Under the G. Point tip. We have a bingo. Hold your cards. All right, I'm pretty tired. I've been sifting for hours down here. We covered a lot of ground, got into that really nice spot, but it ran dry on us. But hopefully, next time down here, we can find another good spot like that. Hopefully. They don't come along often, but we usually come out of here with something, at least. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Make sure you watch for our next few videos. We're doing something really fun. It's gonna be really cool. And remember, we're not just an adventure channel. We're an adventure channel with a twist. We'll catch you on the next one.